Sorry. Press the wrong button. Hello, everybody. Oh, whoops. I gotta also do the scene transition. There we go. There we go. And boom. Hello. Let me move this out of the way too, because whoops. There we go. Oh, excuse me. Well, there we go. Okay, we're all set. We're all set. Hi, everybody, and welcome to what I hope will be the last doc reading in this little ongoing drama of the Vinny of Vinesauce Google Doc accusations and things. There's like a couple of recap things, and also Red Bard's Google document that is a little bit more confrontational than the last two that we've read about people responding to the drama and accusations. Red Bard is another prolific YouTuber that was asked to signal boost the Google document information, and they have released a response about it, so I will be covering that too. And for those of you who are just tuning in, a quick rundown of the thing that is going on Friday, I believe. Yeah, Friday night, Google document was released and was retweeted by several prominent internet personalities, alleging sexual misconduct and abuse towards a popular streamer by the name of Vinny, who's part of a collective stream group called Vinesauce. Just for the record, I've never watched any of Vinny's contact before the covering all these documents. Since that document has released, several people have contested the validity of some of the claims. Some people have noted that there is a little bit of a discrepancy with audio and things like that. Mandalore, one of the people who retweeted it, issued a full apology and noted that the fact that they did not include a full raw version of the 2-hour audio that they were getting the audio proof from is very sketchy, and they should have done that. There's also been a little bit of contention with person 4's account, namely that person 4's account uses a interactions with another person within the fan base. And that person actually came forward and hopped onto my stream saying that person 4 is lying about their interactions with them and has posted screenshots, and has also contested that she did not consent to being referenced in this document. As far as I'm aware, since starting all this, she still has not had her account, or the account referencing her, taken off despite her request. I think one of the other weird things is that apparently no one quite knows who is in charge of the document. I haven't seen if it's engaged in any of this. It's very, very confusing. The other really important thing about the document, and I don't see a whole lot of people really talking about it, is through reading the fullness of the document, I did not see anything that even closely resembled anything really improper. Vinny did not have a position of power over any of these women. I kind of came up with this term when reading this, but like, a common thread throughout the things is that Vinny would generally vent to these women about crazy people in his life, and like, when you're venting to somebody about crazy people, generally that means that you think that the person that you're venting to is sane. So like, the only way I can really like describe what they're alleging that he did is that he like reverse gaslit them, maybe like he kept on reassuring them of their sanity or something like that. I have no clue. Vinny, in any of the accounts, did not threaten to sick his fan base on any of the people as retribution. He basically nothing. The only things in there, and this is of course if the document is 100% true, that I could say is kind of shitty on his part is that one was person one alleged that Vinny had infected her with an STI, HPV. However, HPV generally shows asymptomatic, so there's a very high chance that if he was the one to give it to her, that he himself did not know about it. The way that the document is also structured is a little slimy, I realize, because of this, because person one's account, they did not have sex until 2018, whereas all the other accounts are prior to 2016. So one of the things in person four's account was that Vinny was very adamant, possibly about having unprotected sex because he found out she was on the pill. That doesn't. But when you put it in, because this was in 2016, however, because at the start you find out that he might have given a person HPV, it kind of insinuates. There's a lot of like kind of really slimy ways that the document is structured. So there's a lot of things wrong with it. And I guess like the other thing I wanted to announce was after this, hopefully this will be the end of coverage for this, barring any. And I'm going to stress this a lot because I see a lot of people saying that he's going to sue people. I kind of doubt that. There might be some repercussions or possibly some legal threats if people are actively lying about him, but by and large, he probably I'm gonna guess it probably won't result in a court case, but I could be wrong. This is just my layman's opinion, so that's just my thing. I will also try to work on tomorrow, because hopefully this will be the last of like live stream coverage of this. I plan on releasing kind of TLDR summary video, basically going over everything. I've never really done an edited video like that before, so I really hope that you guys bear with me because it's going to be my first time doing something like that. But any support of likes and or whatever is highly appreciated, and I want to thank you guys for being very patient and generous and friendly towards me, even though I've never interacted with your guys' community before. So with that all out of the way, by the way, for people who were wondering what the opening of the song, opening of the stream was, it's Ken Ashcorp's Touch Fluffy Tail. Ken Ashcorp's a really good artist, and I really like a lot of his music, so I would highly recommend him. All right, so the first thing that I want to bring up, and this is a little bit of a humorous note, one of the people who had retweeted the initial doc, GPM, has not been taking the backlash over his tweets very well, and apparently he's engaged in a block list. And let me see if I can find it. Actually, I can just look it up on Social Blade, can I? Because this is just a little bit of serendipity or something funny because somebody made a really big screw up. Let's see. Let me see if I can find his Social Blade, because oh, gosh dang it. Oh, well, maybe that's why. I guess now he doesn't even reach the threshold of followers on Twitter. When you block somebody, if they followed you, it unfollows them. And I think what he did was that he set up a block list of anybody who follows Vinny, but due to the fact that he was in the Vinesauce group, that probably accounted for like 95% of his Twitter followers. So he just completely he just kind of completely self-imploded on that, and that's a little funny because there's some really kind of shitty things about the Google Doc that he put forward. All right, so let me go ahead and find the Let me go ahead and find the Google document that we're going to go over by Redbard. Jeez Louise. Okay. Let me find it real quick. There we go. So this was tweeted by Redbard at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on April 4th, 2021. This is the last time I'm going to say anything Vinny related, so listen closely. FAQ, debunking the debunks in scare quotes and other thoughts. I also do want to remind people that, as per Vinny's, I guess, request to people in his audience, just remember that Vinny did ask that, even if they were engaged in this document leak, he did ask that you guys do not harass or bother any of the people that were engaged in all of this. So if you're one of Vinny's fans, I think it's in his best interest for you guys to just remember that going forward. Please do not harass or bother anybody covered within what we're covering today. You can laugh at people's expenses, but don't actively bother them. Redbard was going around on Twitter yesterday, and one of the only things that she tweeted about the situation was that people were harassing her, and that's not cool. I've watched like 2 of Redbard's videos. She did a really good video on like Evangelion sex PSAs, which was pretty funny. But I've also heard that she's had a little bit of a track history. She was also one of the people who was like a big supporter of Kick Vic. However, even with the people that were in the Vic Mignogna situation, it's good to remember to like temper like how people get swept up into these things. Mandalore sort of got like tricked into doing this. Apparently his friend Shammy also got tricked into doing this, and they've since like taken full responsibility and have vowed to like actually not do this anymore. Redbard, however, seems to be doubling down and tripling down with this one, with a very confrontational tone. So we're gonna read through this, and we're gonna get into the last time I'm going to say anything Vinny related, and I will leave an archive of this document up in the description after I finish the stream. Not like right afterwards, but like afterwards. You know what I mean. So this is her document. It's 9 pages long, so let's get into it. This is the last time I'm going to say anything Vinny related, so listen closely. Note, when I say the victims in this, I won't be specific as to whether I'm referring to a specific 1, 2, 3, or the entire group in the document. I've spoken to all the ones in the doc at varied lengths. Oh. Okay. So that's the first like big thing right here. So the common thread that we saw with the last 2 apologies, Mandalore and even GPMs, was that they weren't in contact with any of the people that were like mentioned in the document, only with like a third party that was looking for people to signal boost it. So that's I guess the first important thing to know. Holy crap. Though I don't necessarily have the means to contact all of them whenever I want. If Redbard does watch this, the only thing that I can say is please contact them about possibly removing Lich Pit's information from the document, as she has been pretty adamant that she wants no part of it and that they are misconstruing their interactions with her. At least that's what. Yeah, so that's the only thing I can say. If she does watch this, that's all I can really say about that. All I did was point out that I know / have spoken to the victims and that I believe them, which I still do. See, this is the other really, like, this is why I keep on saying this. Even if we take the entirety of the doc at face value, I don't think that Vinny did anything to abuse or victimize any of the girls in there. I think the only thing that Vinny was like really guilty of, if everything in the document is true, is like talking badly about his friends behind their back. But like in terms of their treatment, his treatment of those women, I don't think that he like did anything nearly even coming close to abuse. So victims is a very charged word. I would say like person of interest, but what are you gonna do? But I can't prove that I know slash have spoken to them without outing them. So you're definitely not going to be able to get any satisfactory evidence of that. Hopefully the details I'm about to share, again, this is like really confrontational. Like if people are calling out discrepancies in the document, like that's not like a slight against you necessarily. They're just like kind of disappointed that you did this. I really hope that at least somebody read this before they retweeted it, because that's like, oh, just sign what you're co-signing on, guys. Holy crap. Um, Hopefully the details I'm about to share will prove that I have enough insight to add credibility to my claim. Though FWIW, I totally understand why people want proof of this and how it could instantly settle a lot of things with little actual work slash effort. But if you truly feel concerned about the victims, even if they're only possible victims as far as you're concerned, again, even if like 100% of the document is true, I would not call them victims. Then I hope that you'll agree with me that their anonymity is absolutely paramount. It really depends, because I don't know if the people doing the doc did this with like the best intentions, or if everybody was of the same mindset. Or like the setup and the structure or stuff like that. So I don't know. And I'm gonna read all the super chats at the end, so don't worry. I will get to them. Sorry. FAQ. There are a lot of questions I can't answer without putting the victims' identities at risk, and some I can't answer because I just don't have answers. I think a lot of people are overestimating just how involved I was in making this happen. But aside from the comment slash retweet, more on that later, I've basically just been emotional support for those who were directly involved, and that's pretty much it. Nonetheless, I'll do what I can to answer some of the questions I've been asked, have seen around more. Okay, so this is the other thing. Like, I've basically been emotional support for those directly involved, and pretty much it. The biggest problem that I had with Mandalor's response was it was very like vague on whether or not he read the full document before he retweeted it. I would also ask the same question of Red Bard and ask if she also read the entirety of the document before retweeting it. And if you believe that the things laid out in the document itself constitute abuse. Nonetheless, I'll do what I can to answer some of the questions I've been asked and I've seen around more frequently. Why did you accuse Vinny of all this stuff? I literally didn't. I believe the victims, but I'm not one myself. I haven't accused Vinny of anything. Gosh dang it. Furthermore, I don't, nor have I ever, operate slash have access to the Twitter or the doc for that matter. Like, y'all, I can only view it. Again, emotional support. Again, when you retweet something like that and don't have any context around it, and when you're like defending it, you're kind of like signal boosting it, I guess, a little bit. Like, you do have some responsibility, I think. Unless it was like, oh, I just retweeted it because I retweeted it, and then I realized, and I deleted it. This is kind of all right. Okay, so why you? How'd you learn about this? How did you get involved? I hella can't answer that without outing the victims. Please be respectful of that. Just know that I heard the stories firsthand, and that's all I can really say about that. Now, I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. It sounds like they reached out to anybody that had ties to prominent big name YouTubers or people who were in the same spheres, or people who had worked with them, like the mod and GPM. I don't think that a friend of hers is like going up and like running ops and stuff like that. I think that people were kind of used in some way, you know what I mean? Also, yeah, hella. Yeah. Oh gosh. You know, 1 second. It's let's see. I need to find this. I need to find this. I need to find the clip for it. There we go. Otherwise, there we go. Okay, can I just find the clip that I want, please? I just want to have a funny drop to play for brevity because we're gonna be here for a little while. I need something to make it a little bit funnier. Because she also used the word hella, so I just want to like, gosh dang it! All right, this is becoming too much of an effort. Can somebody please find me a clip of Chloe from Life is Strange saying, "Gotta blame somebody, or else it's my fault." Fuck that. If somebody can send that to me on Discord, I would be like eternally grateful to you. But okay, let's get but yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to. Whatever. Okay, moving on. Okay. Why did you point out that you know the victims seems counterproductive slash unnecessary, especially if you can't provide proof? The victims explicitly asked me via voice chat to leave that comment because they were hoping that some positivity would encourage people to actually read. Bruh, bruh, bruh. No, 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 no. We read the document. Like that's where we're having a lot of like contention with a lot of this stuff. And it's really weird. You have contact with them. Please, Redbard, if you are listening to this, please get into contact about getting Lich Pit's information out of that doc. They figured a comment from me, or rather a public face, would help lend it some credibility, so at their request, with their permission, I made the comment. I've spoken to victims of Vinny's in the past. I know some people will never be convinced, but personally, I don't doubt the validity of this for a second. Well, again, it's not a matter of like doubting the validity. It's more of, do you really think that it constitutes abuse? Um, what can you tell us about the evidence in the doc? Personally, I think it's the real deal, but unfortunately, I can't really prove that without outing the victims. The most compelling evidence that I've seen, or rather heard, is the full unedited 2 hour long call from what you from which the excerpt is posted from. It's definitely a call between that person one in the doc and Vinny. A listener cannot just the other question I would ask her is has she talked to all four of the alleged victims? That's the other like really important question I would ask her. I wish I could get into she'll never do it, but like it would be really good to talk to her about this. I would want to give her like a benefit of the doubt. Um A listener cannot tell just because of their voices, but also the occasional use of their names and the mention slash discussion of some very personal details about both parties and a few other people they talk about in the call. This is why this is why the call will probably never reach the public. Rest assured, even those who are even semi-directly involved in this, very few have heard this call in its entirety. The reason I have is because I'm making this statement, and it was agreed that it was therefore necessary for me to hear it to fully understand why it can never be made public. No, 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 no. I understand wanting to maintain anonymity and to maintain privacy. There is a way to fully post the entirety of the audio with, anytime they mention names or things like that, to have that garbled out. But there is 100% a way to have the full unedited audio in most of its entirety up on there. They need to do that if they want to maintain credibility, because that hard cut is like really getting people's gears turning, and it's just like, whoa, what's going on here? Like, that's way too hard of a line for people to cross. That's what Mandalore's like main contention was after this. Oh god, she actually did that. I hate to be source, dude, trust me about this, but the alternative is doxing person one and sharing some deeply personal details about them, Vinny, and some of their friends and family members. Note, these details have zero to do with the whole situation. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There's a way to completely maintain anonymity and to make it so that people have less questions about the validity of the audio. This is 100% a complete, like, non-working thing. There is ways to do this. They need to do that if they're going to do that. It's easy as that. As a reminder, person one talks about why she recorded the call in the first place and why she felt it unnecessary to publicly release the call in its unedited entirety in the doc. Well, she said it was for the sake of brevity, and that's like, no. If you already knew about this, why didn't you say anything sooner? I was asked not to because the victims wanted to come out about this on their own time and on their own terms. So why did you wait so long to make a statement? Mostly because I didn't want to feed the trolls. Well, wait, hold up. I thought you said that the statement was at their request, and now you're doing this. Is it people who are calling into question what's going on's fault that this is happening? This is this is this is this is no, dude. Come on. Come on. That's needlessly confrontational. You're kind of like, I kind of wonder, maybe is that like their intention is to, like, again, I want to re-preface this. Vinny has explicitly asked his audience, do not harass or bother anybody involved in this. Please do not harass or bother Redbard, because I think this might even be bait. I genuinely think that, like, the confrontational attitude that this document is taking is like daring people to, like, do something so that they can, like, claim that there's a backlash from, like, bad people. If you're a member of Vinny's audience, please do not engage with anybody in a less than polite manner. Uh but this whole thing has escalated to a point where I at least want to put this out, since there's so much has been misconstrued / blown out of proportion. So do you have literally any proof of the claims against Vinny or any of the claims against about the victims? Again, a lot of you seem to overestimate how deep my involvement is with all. Well, you're a lot more, like, involved than Mandalore, Shammy, or GPM even. Like, you sound like you were really involved, actually. Like, maybe not like directing it, but like you had more contact with the people putting this together than anybody else, it seems. Mostly I've just been emotional support. Most of my convos with people involved were via voice chat, and our chat logs don't really definitely prove anything. It's mostly links, screenshots of relevant info, and venting, TBH. Keeping all that in mind, this is the best I can do, to be honest. An excerpt taken with permission, one of the victims venting. I won't say anything right now, and maybe I won't share it all, but thanks for listening. It's no problem at all. I'm glad you're doing relatively well in light of the circumstances. I'm zooming the fuck out. Mood, lol. Yeah, Vinny is a bubble? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Um, Okay, people in Vinny's audience, is Bubble like a is Bubble like a meme for you guys? Because like didn't didn't the account like somebody saying something about bubbles or something? Because like what was that person that the account liked? What were they saying? Like popping bottles or something? Didn't they? I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Okay. Do people involved know that you're saying all this? I made sure it's okay with the ones I'm in contact with before I posted this and allowed them to look at it first. Yes, I wanted to make sure they were comfortable with me doing this, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't saying anything that they felt might insinuate their identities. Debunking the debunks in scare quotes in all red text. The whole thing isn't a result of some elaborate smear campaign orchestrated by a Vinny hating cult who just want to cancel him. It's the result of a group of victims, as it's been told to me by them, didn't want to see any more women turned into victims and didn't know that anyone or what else to do because they have been silenced. Again, read the doc. Really read it. I read the entire thing. It took me 4 hours on stream, so I am the person that this person is challenging, I guess. Think about what seems more likely to you, that this is a super elaborate hate campaign that's elaborate enough to construct a 30-page document complete with allegedly fake screenshots and allegedly fake audio recording. All right. So, again, I am going off the premise that everything is completely true. Vinny's still not abusing these women. And again, part of the problem is that person four's account is already being called into question because of their involvement of Lich Pit's conversations and them having a completely different recollection with screenshots of how their conversation went. So is it like you're saying, do you really think it's elaborate enough to construct a 30-page document complete with allegedly fake screenshots and allegedly fake audio recording? The thing is that we're already getting called into question about the veracity of some of the claims in that 30-page document. So I really wonder if she addresses that, because that's like a really big bombshell and it's really hurting their credibility. Or that the evidence is the real deal. I can understand having a healthy degree of skepticism, but there's an alarmingly large number of people dismissing the doc/evidence with excuses that are often flimsy/conspiratorial, and it's frustrating, and that's what I want to talk about in this section. It would take way too long to dissect each and every debunk. Well, isn't that fucking convenient? Like, really? Really? Like, this isn't a video. This isn't like this isn't like a YouTube video that you're trying to make sure people watch all the way through and you don't want to lose their interest. This isn't something you need to like edit for the sake of brevity. This is a Google Doc. You can lay out as long as you want for people to read this. Like, come on. No. Not at least of all, they got increasingly absurd as time progresses and more people buy into the it was all an elaborate scheme by insert some group here conspiracies, but these are the main ones I see going around. By the way, just for people's clarification, I do not believe that the claims of responsibility by people on V are 100% like are like I don't fully believe that. I've heard that there's some like weird things going on V on this, and that like the moderation of V and the moderation of slash QA is like behaving really differently. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't actually checked. I haven't really checked 4chan at all about this situation, but I don't think it's all an elaborate gay op by super trolls, super hackers. The audio was spliced and edited. is pointed out in the doc, but the only edits are done is scrambling person one's voice and cutting it entirely in spots where it's irrelevant for the sake of brevity and protecting their privacy. Again, brevity is highly subjective in this case, and that cut is really, really noticeable. The audio quality changes dramatically after that cut. So, no, it's actually a really good thing for like them to release the fully edited thing. They definitely should release the full audio. They can edit out any private information, but brevity is 100% at like the people talking about this discretion. It's for them to convince themselves that yeah, this should have been cut out for brevity. That VS isn't Vinny's email icon. That's just how Yahoo displays most icons. From what I've seen, that seems like a pretty plausible explanation. So fair enough. That is not how Vinny talks. Code switching. Of course, he's not going to talk to these women the same way he talks to his friends slash fans. I know a lot of people I know a lot of people really like fixating on the word creeperinos, but I don't really know what to tell you about that. If they're saying words that they just generally don't say in text, that's not really code switching. Like, no. If he has like a different cadence off of stream with on stream sort of stuff and the audio ones, that's a little bit different. That's completely different. The way I talk on stream and the way I talk when I'm just shooting shit with my friends, completely different. But like the way that I type is generally just the way that I type. Like, no, that's I'm not buying. I'm not buying this one. Because yeah, Creeperinos was in text, right? It's kind of silly, Almao, to feel like this whole thing is debunked by a single, seemingly out of character word once, to say nothing of how, if this was fake, you think that the alleged slash supposed fakers would have realized that too? Well, no, the thing is that it wasn't even just those words. Like, a lot of the email conversations and text conversations are noticeably different from how the completely redacted or like the full page email correspondence between him and person 4 went down. I fully believe that Vinny has interacted with person 4. I do believe person 4 is a person that had engaged in some sort of sexual relationship with Vinny. That email chain seems like pretty valid, and it kind of coincides with some things possibly, but I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong, but like people have said that he's like an English major. His grammar and stuff is like impeccable in that email exchange with person 4, at least to my untrained eye. So like it's more than just like a couple of odd choices of words. So no. And also the other thing that's really weird, and like if we're gonna like hone in on something, is that person 2 is talking about in 2016 that Vinny was afraid of being, quote, his words, canceled. The phrase like canceled as a verb didn't like really reach prominence until like 2019. So that's also a really big discrepancy. I would also like to know if Red Bart has talked to person 2 before. I can't wait for the lawyer to take aim again. Like, dried skull, and to people who are saying this, um, by and large, it seems like Vinny's community is like largely supportive of him throughout all of this. I'm gonna just like say that my money would be on like this not going to court. I would say you need to have like damages for something like this, and I just don't see it like really happening. And Vinny's name is pretty much in the clear by the broad majority of his community from what I've seen. Um, so I don't know. And of course, my assertion that I haven't really heard people use the word cancel pre 2019 is like my own assertion from this. If I'm wrong about that, let me know, because like that's just what I'm my take on the whole thing. You know what I mean? The doc was edited in real time after it went public. To reiterate something I've already said, I don't have access to any more of the document than any of you do. However, according to the person who does, shortly after the doc went public, they made some screenshots bigger because so many people were complaining about not being able to read them. Again, this isn't really a debunking. It was edited. And whether or not things have been deleted or not is something that people have to like go through a little bit more on a with a finer tooth comb. Yes, this is when I made the screenshots bigger at the demand of everyone here in the comments. For Red Bard on this one, I would say that you need to go and talk to this person, and this person needs to show the edit log to make sure that the only things that were edited was resizing of screenshots. Because I'm pretty sure Google Documents have an edit log because you can collaborate, and if people edit something, then you can like refix it or something like that. There is a way to get like the fully unedited log, and that's something that that's something that wouldn't dox them. Here's some screenshot. Okay, wait, no, right. They actually do have that there. Good. Here are some screenshots they sent me of the doc's history as a side note, hopefully, but it does something in the way of proving that I've been speaking to the people involved as I've claimed. Okay. Okay, the thing is, we need to see all of these other edits as well. And also, this is only past April 2nd. This is only for Friday. This is when the document went live. Like, are there no other edits? Well, I guess I don't know when this was sent either. That's the other thing. I don't know when today is. But if they are able to show like the full edit log and show like this is the current version, then that's like that's fine. That's fine. Oh God, wait. Oh shit, that's the real Turkey Tom. Hi Tom. Oh boy. Hi. Jeez. Oh gosh. Okay. People are blowing up my DMs too. We'll get. Okay, we're gonna finish. We're gonna finish. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Let's see. The screenshots removed seems to be the chief rumor when you try to find out precisely what was precisely changed, and that's why, because they were resized, some of them therefore were too big for the page and previously had been on. In other words, the only thing that's changed is the image sizes. The words and images are still there. It'd be really good to see like all of the edits. Fair enough. Fair enough. Vinny was streaming when the 6:45 and 9:07 emails would have been sent. For starters, the emails aren't exactly super long or well thought out. I wouldn't put it past him or most people to be able to send a quick email while they stream, but even forgetting that, this is provably false. Let's start with where this rumor began. Someone tweeted this image pointing out that this overlaps when the Creeperinos email below the stream stacker was sent. So this is when it's sent. Okay. Yeah, if we search Vinesauce's Twitter for a tweet about this, there isn't Secret of Mana on the 16th, so what's going on? The stream on the 15th lasted after midnight for Vinny until the 16th. The tracker uses military time. This isn't 6 p.m., it's 6 a.m. Well, after the stream stopped, if it was EST, but the tracker adjusts your time zone. Here's the link if you want to see it yourself. Second one is how it appears on my computer. I live in CST. Okay. According to the Vinesauce bot, Vinny did stream again on the 16th, though he streamed Kirby and Skyrim. Again, my clock is CST, an hour behind EST at 11 p.m. EST, well after the 9:07 email was sent. Okay. Well, no, the I think that person one that this is from is in EST. So this I'm willing to this I'm willing to buy. This one I'm willing to buy. Because like I've seen a lot of people like throw into question this, and like this one definitely checks out. Um, Vinny, Kirby, Star Allies, and Skurum. TLDR, Vinny was streaming on the 16th, but not while the emails were sent. On March 16th, 2018, Vinny streamed from 12 a.m. Eastern to 12:35 a.m. or 3:25 a.m. Eastern, and then again at 11:11 p.m. East onwards. Okay. So this one, I think this one is like the biggest one that's like been debunked. So this is like this is this is this is a this is this is good. This is good. Because I saw this one, and this has been proven. This is the one that's like thoroughly. So this is good. Yeah. Other thoughts. Absolutely, I can't believe I have to do this, but since so many people are misunderstanding it / taking it out of context, partially my fault. Maybe I didn't word it as well as I could have. Let me explain my only other tweet on the situation, as a lot of people are misunderstanding it / taking it out of context. I made this tweet at the height of people spreading the flimsy / disproved excuse. Again, some of them have been disproved. Some of them haven't. I made this tweet at the height of people spreading the flimsy / disproved excuses why the evidence is allegedly faked, and around the start when a few creators like me were starting to get harassed because people started believing this, and it was some weird elaborate conspiracy from V. Again, the V stuff is like I don't fully buy it. I think like the better answer is that like the Lich Pit stuff, as well as the complaint of like it just being a nothing burger, essentially. That stuff about Vinny looks incredibly fake. For the record, he's been anything but kind to me. Stop believing shit you hear on Twitter without proof. Go get some other hobbies besides desperately trying to achieve the moral high ground against YouTubers. They're just people. This feels like clout chasing at the fullest. Someone just stirring the shit for attention. That's my guess as well. Jeff, I have literally lost followers and have been getting hella harassment. Just, oh gosh, it's hella again. I have spoken to people who claim to be Vinny victims, which I have. The account that I made, the original post, was anonymous. Literally, who the fuck is getting clout? Well, mostly nobody, because this isn't like hard and fast, like really bad sort of stuff. This is like more benign than Pro Jared or Danny from Game Grumps. Actually, that's actually the interesting thing, I guess. Mandalore talked about a time frame, and he was alleging things about Danny in the meantime about that. I kind of wonder, like, but no, like this is just as benign as the this is just as benign as this is just as benign as like the other stuff. I don't know. It's huh. Oh yeah, somebody finally sent it to me because she said hell. I guess I had to read hella again.
I gotta blame somebody, otherwise it's all my fault. Fuck that.
We might get some more use out of that one as we go on. Also, my headphones turned off, so oops. As you can imagine, and so like this part right here, and again, I can't stress this enough for Vinny's audience. Again, Vinny has explicitly asked you guys to not go out and harass anybody involved in this entire saga. So even though if you think Red Bart is in the wrong, please do not harass or bother her in any way. Do not like say mean things about her. If you are going to engage with her, please be polite, please be courteous, please be conscientious. Please know that you are representing Vinny when you talk about these sorts of talk to these people in general, and that any sort of bad behavior might be used as ammunition down the line later on. So as you can imagine, I wasn't in a good mood, and to see someone, but especially someone with such a large platform, say that this whole thing was for clout when, one, the victims are staying anonymous, two, pretty much everyone with a large following who was so much as retweeting the doc was getting shit harassed out of. Again, though, like, some of it was harassment, some of it was, like, actual, like, contention with the things portrayed in the document. So, criticism is not harassment. Yeah, I'll say it like it is. If you think for a second the victims coming out was a clout thing, your brain is rotted. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't think that this was for some elaborate form of clout. Now, if this was due to like some sort of petty revenge, well, person 4, I have my suspicions of. So, those of us who were getting targeted, in fact, were losing followers. So I remember thinking, what the fuck? This is the opposite of clout. Literally, what are you talking about? Is a clout thing. In hindsight, my wording could have been better. I was trying to prove that this was working in the opposite direction of clout, but I'll maintain that the victims coming out was never for anyone a clout thing. And if you think it is, you should reevaluate how you're reinterpreting the situation. In fact, not just this one, but any situation of victims. Sometimes, if they're not anonymous, people might construe it as being for clout. Like, let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. This can be for clout. Okay? And we should come into all things with a air of respectful skepticism. If your first instinct is to think that it's for clout, you're thinking about it all wrong, plain and simple. So now with that out of the way, I understand how hard this must be for people to think about, but I hope the info I've given you will do something in the way of clearing things up. Others who weren't involved in this whole thing have spoken up about similar experiences with Vinny, so those are worth looking into if you want to find more on this. Like, I've gotten emails from people after 2018, or after 2018, like I've gotten email correspondence with somebody talking to Vinny in like 2020, and he's just saying, it's like, hey, but no, by the way, I get it, like, you're a girl and you're cute and all that stuff. I literally can't, like, it does not work out, and I'm gonna just cut it out the way here. Nothing that we talk about will be sexual, and if you're okay with that, we're just gonna be friends, all that sort of stuff. So this isn't like, that's the other thing, is that, like, if you're going about talking with people's interactions with Vinny, like, he's been not engaging in sexual talk with people who have privately talked to him. Like, it's just like, you don't want there to be any more victims, like, victims of, like, him. One, victims, but two, like, he's not even, like, talking up fans like that anymore. So, you know, good for him. If you have any questions I didn't answer, I don't know really what to tell you. Maybe I couldn't answer it because it would put the victims' identities at risk. Maybe I just don't have an answer for you, don't know the details of what you're asking about. Again, a lot of people vastly overestimating my direct involvement, or maybe I didn't know it was something people were wondering about. In any case, I'm closing my DMs, and I'm not going to be looking at notifications for a while, so alas, replies to the tweet where I post this will be off too. I've had enough notifications / messages. Haha. That's all I want to say, I guess. I don't plan on talking about this anymore unless I absolutely have to. I'll say it as many times as I need to. A lot of people are vastly overestimating how deep my involvement with this what has been. And while I'm defending them here because I believe them, I want to emphasize that I'm not a victim here, so I cannot speak for the victims. I can help how their voices are heard, but that's it. My voice does not equal their voice. And finally, on a closing note, for the people who have been checking up on me the last few days, I want to thank you. A lot of people I've said have been misconstrued / blown out of proportion to an absurd degree, but as the dust settles and people have time to assess their situation more calmly, I'm hoping the harassment will die down. I will resume normal tweeting when I feel like it. Might be tonight, might be tomorrow, maybe later than that. And again, please respect if they don't want to talk about it, like they've given their piece on this. Again, I would have questions specifically about some of the things that I've alleged here. The other really noticeable part about this is that this document came out today. This is a full day and a half after Lich Pit has explicitly asked for whoever wrote the document to have their information removed from the document. So, that's also a big part that was left out of this. I don't think that she did this maliciously. I think she's a little annoyed and a little just kind of tired from people getting a little harassy about the situation. So just don't add to that bother and all that stuff. But that is the Red Bard document. People have donated and also have DM me. I'm just going to go through what people's DMs are. Nice. Okay, I'm not gonna thank you for that, but I'm not gonna somebody said that they have possibly one of the names of the victims. I'm not gonna put that up. Or victims, I say. Again, I don't think anyone in that document is inherently malicious except for maybe person 1 and person 4. Person 2 and 3 seemed just they had a rough experience / they're a little angry about it or whatever, but I don't know. Oh man. Okay. Let me just make sure I've got all the other ones. Holy crap, really? Oh, geez, everyone sent me that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna put
Flam, I sent you a vid on Discord. You should play it.
Gotta blame somebody, otherwise it's all my fault. Fuck that.
Yeah. Yep. Oh gosh, yeah, facts. Yeah, I gotta play this one. Somebody did. Oh, jeez. Oh, great. We got some good old Al Bundy.
This must be written by a woman. This stinks. It bites. It blows.
It wasn't that bad. I think GPM's was the worst of the three. I think that this one's overly confrontational, but GPM spent more time talking about hey, I know that I had a guy chatting up 16-year-olds in my Discord, and I didn't really address that this happened 4 years ago, and I kind of let it slide, but people are roasting me for that, so I better get out of that real quick because I'm being caught out about that. All right. We got the super chats. Let me go just read these real quick. Jeez. Okay, sorry. Where is it? Fax donated $1 says Tuturu. Somebody before the start, Bandit Steve says, "Heyo." Deathwatch donated $5 says people have poked Red Bard Cherion about Lich Pit and no one with any relation to the doc defending has touched her with even a yardstick. Yeah, that's the big thing I would say is that Red Bard really owes it to Lich Pit to use her connections with the person who has access to editing the doc to get her part out because she doesn't consent to having it in there. Unfunny Jokes donated $5 says, I think it means a bubble in the context of a fad that will die. Maybe. I don't know. The liked account, Deathwatch donated $5, says the liked account got taken down by Twitter. They pretended to be a victim, but by their speech, someone brought proof of them with a hate for oh geez. Turkey Tom donated $10, says have a good one, bro. And Fax donated $1, and I played that one. Yeah, Red Bard canceled himself. That's like the funniest thing. That's like the silver lining. That's like something that everybody can laugh about. Like really, really, really dumb stuff. Okay, let me just make sure, because I think somebody also sent me I think somebody posted it in my Discord about the Social Blade stuff. And I thought that was oh wait. Yeah, because it's funny, because GPM had 4,000 or 9,499 followers.
Catch up. Did Vinny do it or not?
I have no idea. Fax donated one more. Wait, 1 second. Let me get this one real quick. Oh boy.
Play the other Vin.
You have no idea what your work means to me.
What does it mean to you?
When somebody out there knows what it's like to be in here.
Oh, God, this is like a nightmare.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Just a
7.
couple of questions. How hard is that? How do you write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
Some of my boys are a little bit edgy boys, but I love my boys all the same. Oh, jeez. All right, so I think that's going to be it for this. I think that I don't think that there's any more documents to go through, hopefully anyway, because like, goodness gracious, like that's all I'm doing at this point is like reading people's documents. So that's going to be it. I'm going to I think start working tonight after a quick little wind down of a quick TLDR of the entirety of what went on. Try to get a comprehensive TLDR, because I've done like 7 hours of streams on this, and like nobody wants to send somebody 7 hours of streams to watch to like get themselves surprised on a drama. So I'll go and write up something to like hit on the quick points, my takes on it, the responses from the people who retweeted it, and Vinny's response and all that stuff. I've never done something like this before, but I'm going to try to endeavor to get this done at least by Tuesday. If you guys are interested in that, just leave a subscription on the channel and hopefully you'll get the notification. I do sort of streams like this whenever I get interested in it, but there's no real set like sort of topics or things that I do it, but I try to stream almost every day, and I just kind of have a chill hangout thing and also cover drama and stuff. Likewise, I'd also suggest you guys check out my guy Boblax, Augie RFC, Nicholas Diorio, and Turkey Tom if you also are interested in drama sort of stuff. And if you guys want to really be doing something nice, if you guys would possibly consider leaving a subscription to my VTuber friend Athena Bambina, who recently lost her Twitter account, which is really kind of having an impact on her attempts to kind of break it into the VTuber sphere. So go and possibly give her channel a look out, but you don't have to. But it would be something I find to be really nice. Yep. If you like the stream, leave a like and possibly a comment after this. You can follow me on Twitter at FlamencoTRR. And I'm going to wrap up this stream, and I'm going to start up another stream where I'm just going to play some Monster Hunter World for a little bit to wind down. So if you guys are interested in that, we're going to have like song requests and all that stuff. Just a nice, cool, chill out the couple of times to just kind of while away the Sunday night away. So if you guys are interested in that, stay tuned for that. And I hope to see you guys around. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Oh wait, Ed donated $1.99. Says you should check out Redvox, Vinny and Company's band. I did play that. I did. Oh, Green Danger wants me to play. Okay, I'll play one more video. Gosh dang it. No, 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 no. No, no. It's Nick. I'm not gonna. Nick's a little bit too advanced for some people. All right. So I am going to wrap this up. Guys, have a great night if you guys are heading out. And I hope to see you guys at the Monster Hunter stream. All right. Peace out, guys.